Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I'll be discussing two exciting and very important Excel job interview questions and their answers. Let's start with the question 1. As you can see over here, it says employees with revenue over 60,000 should receive a bonus of 6% of revenue. So you can see here the revenue they are getting, and for the bonus we have that 6% here in this area. And if it's not over 60,000, then leave it blank. Okay, now this is some kind of a conditional statement, so it probably makes sense to use an if statement. In this cell, we are just going to put equals and write if. The logical test is that if this revenue figure over here is greater than 60,000, and then we will put a comma and the value of true. If this is the case, we want to reference the same cell, which is the revenue, and multiply that by the bonus amount, which is 6%. And then we will hit the comma there, and then the value false. It means if it's not above 60,000, we want to leave blank as it said up over here. And we do that by adding two quotations, close the parenthesis and hit enter. That's the first one done. And you might think of just dragging it down, but actually we have a problem that it doesn't quite work. This is because we're actually moving down the cell references, but we should have actually locked them with the dollar key. So if we go back to the top one, first you will notice that we have the H7, which is this one right here. We should lock that under the row with the dollar sign. This is going to prevent it from going down. Same thing with the bonus. So under H11, we will put a dollar sign on the tender so it doesn't move down. Now we can hit enter and double click on the side to drag this down. And you can see when they are above the 60,000 mark, they are starting to get a bonus which should be 6% of their revenue. Great. Now moving to the second question, which is slightly harder. Over here, the question says to separate the departments and region column. So this column over here into two splitter. So here you can see two columns, one for the department and another for the region. So there's probably a few different ways to go about it. Let me show you one of them, which is one of Excel's new formula called the text split. And what it does is it's basically going to split text into two, right? So this is the text we want to split, comma, and for the column we want to add in two quotations. The underscore, that's how we want to decide to split these two columns. Close the quotations and close the parentheses and hit enter. Now we have that first one done, and we simply need to drag this down all the way to the bottom there, and you can see what that's looking like now. If you don't have the text split formula, there is also another method. First, let me delete this part over here, and instead what we are gonna do is select the relevant area. So this over here, go over to data tab and click on text to columns. This is basically going to do the same thing. We want it delimited next, and here as what's our separator, we want to go to another and select an underscore. That's what we will type there. You can see in the preview that it's now splitting things correctly. Hit on next. For the destination, we are going to want to switch this to this part right here and click on finish. Now you can see what that's looking like, where we have the department in one side and the region in another. Alright, that was it. That was it for today's video. Visit our channel for more Excel tutorials, tips and tricks. Subscribe to our channel, and best of luck for your interview.